RAO in Wyoming. Please, if you say vegan,
RAO.
I am. Oh, I'm sorry?
RAO. It's just the letters for some reason.
Okie dokie. RAO. If you say vegan, I'm dropping you. What would you like to talk about today?
I was actually wanting to talk about defining omnipotence. I mean, I was calling the atheist experience a couple of times, but you guys seem like it'd be more in-depth conversation rather than getting me shut down immediately.
Well, so you want to talk about omnipotence, right?
Yeah, just defining what omnipotence would be. I don't like to talk about my specific belief too much because I don't like to feel like I'm indoctrinating on the show.
Well, this is what we talk about, though, RAO. And if we want to talk about omnipotence, then it does have a context, and that context is because omnipotence is a descriptor that people have used to talk about their God. So if you want to talk about the specific idea of omnipotence, yes, we can go there, but it's right now inextricably tied to those God definitions, because otherwise, what are we using that concept to describe?
Well, do you
get what I mean?
Our definitions of I think our definitions of what we worshipped as gods before are not the same as what true omnipotence would be. I think.
Then what's your definition?
I look at the ancient text. I would define omnipotence based on what it wouldn't be able to do because it's omnipotent. And just to kill off the Mary Bachelor once and for all, I think Dennis Rodman is close enough.
Okay, continue talking about the God,
answer,
please.
It's cute, but it doesn't actually, rim shot.
Right,
okay, let's actually.
An omnipotent being would be unable to involuntarily fail.
And something that is unable to involuntarily fail. So generally, that has been called maximal. When somebody recognizes that omnipotence is a very problematic thing, they've moved to maximal. And that generally is about that. So you want to say, if you say omnipotent now in conversation with you, I'm going to replace that with maximal unless you have a problem with that replacement, because I'm going to do my best to try and understand what you're saying. Does that work?
Well, I actually love the concept of having both because I
What's the difference?
Maximal. What I would call omnipotence now, what I was going to refer to as true omnipotence, would be the ability to exist as things that are able to do all of the things that you would not be able to do as a maximal being.
So while I get that, what you're saying, I do. In practice, I would contend that there are 0 places where you could describe that. Conceptually, I get what you're pointing at, but in practice, I see 0 difference. Do you? How about we pop a pin into this and you call back after you've thought about it? Because that's kind of a tough one. And I'd love for you to get the time to think about it. That way it's not just trying to be on the spot. And we can revisit it next week.
I would love that, man. It was excellent to talk to y'all. It was great to meet you.
It was great to meet you too. Take care, brother.
Talk to you next week.
Take care.
All right.